And the pay court, that got up a little higher, they stood up there. So we practiced this one song that started off with the tenors going, hail, hail, but the last rehearsal we didn't get to for some reason. And they decided only the paid tenor would sing that. Somebody told us.
Good idea.
We sit up there and the organist goes, you know, she goes, now can I be a the poor guy, he's giving a dirty look. Oh man, this is a big one. Malcolm got wise right away on the first tale. He's going, to me. I let loose for the second hand too. That's it, no more choir.
I never heard that story.
That was it, no more. Well, we had a lot of fun in that church, really. It was a social life then. You didn't have all these little leagues and gymnasium for the kids. You went to churches.
It's all through the church.
Yeah, you went to church, you went to Sunday school, you went to the Young People's Society. They used to have a primitive Wednesday night, but I didn't go to that. But Malcolm Ray was the same. Malcolm, he was a musician. He started playing the trumpet. So then they found out he was playing the trumpet. They asked him to come to a party one night and play a solo. He was going to play Whispering Hope. Sometime went to prayer meeting. And I almost ruled him because I started laughing a bit. He saw me. You know, you got your temperature and your trumpet, you can't too much smiling and laughing. But trumpet he never liked, so he changed the guitar to saxophone and clarinet. And he was a pro. They were dancing and traveling all over the country.
Wow.
I had a lot of fun at Jerry's story.
Is he still around, Malcolm?
He's coming to South Carolina.
You talk to him frequently?
Yeah, I talk to him. He's older than I am. He doesn't drive anymore. His wife died. He lives in the same house, but he has. Well, you met them.
I never met
You
her.
remember what the ones that came up? That time they came up to no, that's right. You were going with them.
Yeah, no, yeah. His girlfriend. His girlfriend.
No, it wasn't his girlfriend. It was a lady, and eventually they taken care of his wife. And she took kind of an interest in Malcolm to take care of him. She was married. And they came up here with him. He wanted to come up, and so they said that they came in the train, which was a mistake.
I remember that one.
And they stayed away. Well, she's divorced now from her husband, but
Yeah.
My grandfather.
Louis? Oh, yeah.
She loves that wheelbarrow, by the way.
I saw that stuff. I put your little light out there. Your little chef.
We haven't got to talk about that.
It's a little light. Your little chef.
I need to put it somewhere.
Well, I know it costs a penny.
Oh, we did it?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading about.
Oh.
That was the can. I did it.
I put it somewhere.
In the garage. Red light.
Backyard?
My mother's father. Yeah. Grandpa Culture built that.
Louis D.
Is he the cigar smoker?
Mm-hmm. They both were.
All the time. Bigger, too.
Imagine that.
Like the scotch.
Who drank? Yeah, so did your dad, didn't he?
Oh, my dad liked his liquor, too. Not scotch. He drank vodka. Couldn't put which. No, Louis liked his drink. He had a nice ride. You don't see him nowadays because of refrigerator. In those days, they had an ice box, they called it.
Yeah.
And the guy came around and a 15-cent piece or a 20-cent piece, he'd chop it out and put it in the refrigerator. And he had a route. And refrigerators came out. And of course, that killed him gradually.
Yeah.
Started buying refrigerators. So he used to have two routes. He hired a guy with one ear and the other. Then got down to just him. And he was a little discouraged, and he like that. So every day he'd end up at the tavern 2 blocks away from
But there was a customer.
Huh? Oh yeah, it was a customer, but he'd end up there. Getting to be supper time, and Louis wasn't home. The girls would get down to the saloon and bring him home.
Took the dad?
Not the old social father, your father, come home with me now. That was Louis. Then Don started working with him after the war. When he still had, well, that time mostly he had restaurants and taverns, you know, that would chopped ice. It wasn't any big deal. Don used to make a round trip. They ended up in Frederick's. Don would take care of him then. He'd have a couple of scotches and come on, Dad, it's time to go home. You know, he was a tough guy. And my father, he had based on a cellar in the house. And he'd come home, we'd buy this food like Bruce, that's what he would get in the 20s. And he'd keep it down there, and he'd get down and fix the furnace. July and August.
He's fixing the furnace.
Had a couple of shots.
So Nanny wasn't big on drinking for sure.
No, she was her father ran for governor of Ohio and a prohibition ticket.
Oh, I know he ran for governor.
Yeah, and a prohibition ticket. He didn't get too many votes. He was a prohibitionist. Then they eventually won.
Of Ohio?
Yeah, that's where they lived.
Where in Ohio?
Well, the town they moved to was Cedarville. You know Xenia? You ever seen that in the map? Well, it's about, well, the train about an hour. I would say by car maybe an hour down south of Columbus.
Oh, okay. So that's probably that's the nearest big city I would recognize.
Columbus would probably be.
Okay.
Xenia is a pretty big town. It's kind of famous because it's spelled with an X. Very few cities.
Oh, really?
It's not a big city, maybe 40,000. But no, he was raised on a farm. His father was a farmer. He was a minister.
So when did they come to Jersey?
Well, when they got married, ministers changed. You know, they were in Indiana for 13 years, and then he went to a church in a town called Kirkwood, Illinois, which is a little town now, so it must have been really old then.
Yeah.
And my father was raised there. He was born in the town next to Kirkwood. I've got to do that. And they were members of the church, and they met. And my father got through high school. He went to a year to a teacher's. That's all he had to go. And just 6 months. He went to a teacher's school and became a teacher in a one-room schoolhouse. He was 19.
Grandpa?
No. Yeah, my father.
I know, okay. I remember those.
So he worked. Then he met my mother, and I guess they wanted to get married, and they couldn't live with that. He was making with that school job. So he went up to Chicago, got the job with Swiss, which was a big outfit then, and really growing fast because they invented refrigerated rail cars. Now they can ship beef all over the country. So they were growing like wildfire. They hired him as an accountant, like a bookkeeper. They were there in Chicago for a while, then they were transferred to a town called Ashland, Wisconsin, which is way up on Lake Superior. He was in the beef house up there. He was he kept the books. Then they brought him back and made him a traveling auditor, which meant he had to go all over the South, go into these different branch houses, auditing the books. And in those days, you didn't fly, you couldn't fly home weekends. When you went home, you were gone for 6 months maybe. Matter of fact, he was away when my sister was born. Matter of fact, when he got that job, because he's going to be away so much, my mother went to live with her father and mother again. And Marty was born at that time. He didn't see her until she was 5 months old.
Wow.
She was under 200. They didn't allow him, Well, you couldn't do it because it would take you 2 days to get there, and the train, 2 days to get back. And,
That was your older sister?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, just I call my sister, but this is my only sister, really my sister. So then he came from that job, and they gave him a job in New York, which was a big promotion. Now he's in charge of the accounting at all the places they had in the New York territory. So they came and lived in Jersey City, which wasn't in Jersey City in our day. And then that was around 19, I guess, 1903.